Welcome to a world of mystery and secrets, a realm that has haunted the human imagination for millennia. It is a world where reality blends with legend, where whispers of a forgotten past echo from the deep. The world of Atlantis, the Lost City. For over 2,000 years, its name has been a siren's call to explorers, a puzzle for historians, and a canvas for dreamers. The story begins over 2,000 years ago, with the Greek philosopher Plato. In his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, he spoke of a mighty civilization, an island empire of unparalleled power and sophistication. He described it as far more advanced than any other, a land of treasures and architecture beyond imagination. The capital was a marvel of engineering, concentric rings of land and water connected by vast canals. Its temples were sheathed in silver and gold, and at its heart was a shrine to Poseidon. They possessed a mysterious metal, orichalcum, which glowed with a fiery red light and was second only to gold in value. But as their power and wealth grew, so did their arrogance and moral decay. And so, in a single violent night and day of misfortune, earthquakes and floods of extraordinary violence struck the island, and it was swallowed by the sea, never to be seen again. Plato's account leaves us with an enduring question. Was Atlantis a cautionary myth, a philosophical allegory against hubris, or a forgotten truth? A real chapter of history buried beneath the waves. In this video, we will dive into the mysteries of Atlantis, exploring ancient stories, modern discoveries, and the many theories that could unlock one of history's greatest enigmas. According to Plato, the story was passed down from Egyptian priests. They described Atlantis as a vast island, larger than Libya and Asia combined, located in the Atlantic Ocean, just beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. This empire was not content with its own prosperity. It commanded an unstoppable army and a formidable navy, which it used to conquer parts of Europe and Africa. But their pride and ambition knew no bounds. Their campaign of conquest eventually led them to the shores of ancient Athens, which stood alone as the last bastion of freedom against the Atlantean war machine. It was this act of hubris that finally drew the wrath of the gods. According to the legend, Zeus convened a council of deities, and as punishment for their impiety, they unleashed the cataclysm that sank Atlantis into the sea. For centuries, the tale was considered a fable, but in the 19th century, the search was reignited by American writer Ignatius Donnelly. His book, Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, argued Plato's story was literal history, and explorers have been searching ever since. Some believing it lies beneath the Atlantic Ocean, others suggesting the Azores Islands, which are the peaks of the submerged mid-Atlantic ridge, could be the last visible remnants of a sunken continent. A more mainstream theory points to the Mediterranean, suggesting the legend was inspired by the Minoan civilization on Thera, now Santorini. Around 1600 BC, this culture was devastated by a massive volcanic eruption. The explosion and tsunamis could have been the historical seed that grew into Plato's epic tale. And modern myth-making theories even tie Atlantis to the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, suggesting strange disappearances are caused by malfunctioning Atlantean energy crystals still active on the seafloor. Could this legendary city still lie hidden in the depths? Modern technology has supercharged the search. Off the coast of Japan lies the Yonaguni Monument, a massive underwater rock formation with uncanny right angles that some argue are man-made. Similarly, sonar scans off Cuba revealed a series of geometric stone structures deep on the ocean floor. While many geologists dismiss these as unusual but natural formations, others ask, could these be the ruins of a lost civilization? Even satellite imagery, mapping the ocean floor, has revealed unusual grid-like patterns. Each new anomaly fuels the debate. Are these geological quirks and digital artifacts, or are we looking at the silent remains of Atlantis? Despite these clues, scholars remain divided. The prevailing academic view is that Atlantis was a noble lie, a philosophical tale invented by Plato. It serves as a cautionary allegory for his own city of Athens, a warning against imperial ambition and moral decay. But others believe the legend, with its striking detail, must hide a real catastrophe. They point to flood myths common to cultures worldwide, suggesting a collective memory of a real event, perhaps linked to rising sea levels after the last ice age. That an advanced civilization was wiped out overnight, leaving behind echoes of knowledge and technology lost forever. Whether fact or fable, Atlantis has never vanished. It lives on in our global culture. From Jules Verne's novels to Disney's films, from video games to New Age philosophies, The lost city continues to inspire. It lives on in our collective imagination, and perhaps its ruins do rest somewhere in the silent, crushing darkness of the deep ocean, waiting to be discovered. If so, its discovery would be the greatest archaeological find in history. We might learn that Atlantis was not just a story, but a civilization so advanced it would force us to rewrite our textbooks and challenge everything we know about our origins. And so the search continues, fueled by the possibility that we are not the first advanced civilization on this planet. We are left with the question, can an entire civilization disappear, leaving behind nothing but a legend?